I was one of the first people to step on board the new Disney Treasure cruise ship. Disney just made a big change to their new Lightning Lane Premiere Pass, and I'm sorry to say this, but Muppets Courtyard is closing in Hollywood Studios. But we have a few more details you might want to hear about. All of the latest Disney and theme park news is coming up right now on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. What a week it has been. I am so excited to be here with you and to share everything with you today. So grab your coffee or whatever you like, maybe something a little stronger, and let's get started. All my Muppets fans, brace yourselves. Back at D23 this year, Disney announced a new Monsters, Inc. land would be coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Many fans speculated that the new land would replace Muppets Courtyard and, well, Disney has finally given us an update. Muppets Courtyard will be closing in Hollywood Studios to work on a brand new Monsters, Inc. land. The new Monsters, Inc. land will have at least one new ride based on the doors scene in the first Monsters, Inc. movie. We know that's going to be that suspended coaster. Disney also announced that there will be a new theater show as part of this retheme too. That's probably going to go into where Muppet Vision 3D is right now, and there's going to be dining and shopping as well. So yes, Muppet Vision 3D will be closing to make way for the new land to be built at Hollywood Studios. But fear not, the Muppets aren't going anywhere. Well, okay, they're moving, but we think you might like where they're going. Disney announced that as part of the new overhaul, the Muppets are going to take over Rock and Roller Coaster and team up with music's biggest stars for a rock and music festival. Yep, that's right. Electric Mayhem and the Muppets are coming to Rock and Roller Coaster. I can't make this up. Disney hasn't shared too many details, but we did get this awesome poster. Now, according to Disney, they are having creative conversations and exploring ways to preserve the Muppet Vision 3D film and other parts of the experience for fans to enjoy in the future. So does this mean we might get Muppet Vision on Disney Plus? Are they going to move it to a different part of the park? Are they going to put it someplace else entirely? I don't know. Disney has yet to announce when these changes will begin or when the new Monsters, Inc. land and Muppets version of Rock and Roller Coaster will open. They did say that you will have time to ride the Aerosmith version of Rock and Roller Coaster for a little while longer and to go see Muppet Vision 3D. So we don't have specifics on when everything's going to kind of shut down. I think it'll be a little while though, because they are kind of breaking ground over in Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom sooner than Monsters, Inc. land, from what I understand. So anyway, book your trips. All right, we have 3 super huge pieces of news to share today, so I'm kind of trying to figure out where they should all go for you. But first, look on board the Disney Treasure. Let's talk about that one next. I've been in New York this week because we were invited to the christening of the new Disney Treasure cruise ship, but that's not all. We actually got to go on board for an exclusive first look inside the new cruise ship. The christening spectacular happened on November 19th. It was an amazing celebration. While we were not actually on the new ship during the event, Disney did share an exclusive video on board the Treasure. Then on Wednesday, I was running all over that ship, getting a peek at the food and the beverages, including the Haunted Mansion parlor, experiencing a variety of entertainment offering. We went to the new Coco restaurant. They have a really, really good chorizo croquette that you're going to want to eat 10,000 of. We went to the various rooms on board. We got to see the Raja Suite, which is a 2-story, beautiful suite themed to, of course, everyone's favorite tiger, Raja. I got to go into the Epcot Tomorrow Suite. Oh, what a dream for my 1980s Epcot kid self. Anyway, this ship is absolutely stunning. We're going to release our video all about the ship here very soon, but I just wax poetic about how beautiful it is. The colors on this ship are beautiful. It's probably the prettiest, most stunning. Pretty isn't even the right word. It's a stunning ship. It's probably the most beautiful ship I've ever been on. So I'm very excited for all of you that are going to get to sail soon, but definitely keep an eye out for that video because we got to go everywhere and we're going to cover everything for you. Okay, next piece of big news. Another big decision Disney's decided to drop on us this week involves its brand new Lightning Lane Premiere Pass. You know, that really, really expensive one that everybody's mad about. Okay, so Lightning Lane Premiere Pass allows you to use the Lightning Lanes to skip the lines at most attractions in any given Disney World park without having to make reservations or schedule your Lightning Lanes throughout the day. With this, you can just scan in at the Lightning Lane whenever you want, no reservation needed. Now, when Lightning Lane Premiere Pass was introduced on October 30th, 2024, in Disney World specifically, you could only buy it if you were staying in a Disney World Deluxe hotel. the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin hotels, or shades of green. But now you can buy Premier Pass if you're staying in any Disney World hotel, including moderates and values. You can buy Lightning Lane Premier Pass up to 7 days before you plan to use it. You must have a hotel reservation and valid park admission before you buy. And keep in mind, this pass is pricey, and the prices will vary depending on the day and which park you want to use Premier Pass in. We've seen prices range from $129 per person per park to $449 per person per park. And that's per day as well, by the way. One park, one day, one person. With the highest prices so far, $449, coming up on Thanksgiving weekend in Magic Kingdom, so get ready. But something else to keep in mind is that the Premier Pass has been selling out. According to the Walt Disney World app, Lightning Lane Premier Passes are sold out for both the Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios on November 25th. Lightning Lane Premier Pass prices fluctuate based on date and park, with the 25th originally costing $379 per person in Magic Kingdom and $309 per person at Hollywood Studios before selling out. Not only that, but Lightning Lane Premier Pass is sold out on November 26th at Magic Kingdom as well, and I think it's just going to keep doing that. Lightning Lane Premier Pass selling out seems to be a sure sign that the new Lightning Lane tier will be exceptionally popular during Disney World's busiest times, especially now that it's open to all resort guests. We'd expect extra days during Thanksgiving week to sell out, as well as further busy days during the holiday season as well. One of the best holiday offerings is back at Disney's Animal Kingdom. The Merry Menagerie is one of the cutest and sweetest holiday traditions you're going to see at any of the Disney World parks. Snow White animals make their way out to greet you in the park between Island Mercantile and Discovery Trading Company. Well, they're not from Snow White. They are Snow White, like they're white animals with blue decorations. Some of them might be in Snow White, but probably not the polar bears. Anyway, the Tree of Life stands as a beautiful background for these loving, furry, and feathered friends. Different animals will come out throughout the day, so you may get to see foxes or deer and those polar bears too, and the little penguins are my favorite. The animals are accompanied by musicians though, so be ready to dance with the animals as they hang out with you for a little bit. The Merry Menagerie is one of our favorite holiday festivities at Disney World. I know it's one of yours. Be sure to catch them at Disney's Animal Kingdom the next time you're there in November or December. And if you're a big fan of the Merry Menagerie like we are, then you have to check out our Merry Menagerie merch. Get ready to cozy up with our Merry Menagerie puppets dancing on the edge of snowflakes. These adorable friends from Animal Kingdom bring the magic of the holidays right to you. You can find this design and so many more at dfbstore.com. Be sure to check out the Gingerbread Theme Parks one. That one is doing really, really well. Everybody loves it and we love it too. I hope you like it. All right, I have some awesome Epcot news for you. When Remy's Ratatouille Adventure opened in Epcot, it had signs and a separate line for single riders. However, the line has been used very sparingly, if at all. I actually don't think it's ever been used in Epcot in the 3 years since the ride has opened. But now it appears Disney is officially testing the single rider line at Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. You can now enter the single rider queue on the left side. The Lightning Lane is in the middle and the standby line is on the right. When we went through the single rider line, we only waited about 5 minutes before we were boarded onto the ride, which is really great since the standby line was posted at 55 minutes. We also spotted new numbers added to the ride vehicles, so you're now instructed to line up for a specifically numbered seat when you board the vehicle. This helped riders to clearly see that there are 3 people per row in the vehicles, so if they have a party of 2 or 4, they can see there are empty spaces available for single riders. While the single rider line is currently just being tested and may only be temporary, we'll be keeping an eye out for it to be made permanent. Both of these changes may make this ride a little smoother to experience. It was announced a while back that Frontierland's Shootin' Arcade would close and become a new lounge for Disney Vacation Club members. Since then, we've been watching the construction over there in Magic Kingdom, and we wanted to see if we could get any hints as to what the new lounge will look like. Well, guess what? Disney's shared a sneak peek at the space, which is going to be called McKim's Mile House. It's set to be open by the summer of 2025, so those planning trips for the latter part of next year may get to check it out. The concept art features lots of wood decor, several pieces of Frontier-inspired art, and a large fireplace. In case you're wondering about the name, a mile house was a term used during the gold rush to mark a building that was a mile from an important destination. Many mile houses were used for stagecoach stops or places to get refreshments, and the name of the building likely an homage to Disney legend Sam the Kim, who designed the Disneyland souvenir maps issued between 1958 and 1964. We cannot wait to learn more about this destination and get details about when it might open. We're going to make sure to keep you updated as more information comes through, but like with any big Disney news, we always tell our newsletter subscribers first, so if you want to become one of the the first to hear any kind of Disney news, use the link in the description below to sign up. It's totally free and all the news will get sent straight to you for free. Did I say free? It's free. One of the best offerings at Epcot while attending Festival of the Arts, which starts on January 17th, 2025, is getting to see some of the brightest stars from Broadway perform right before your eyes. The festival's Disney on Broadway series brings these performers front and center, singing their iconic songs from popular Disney musicals like Frozen, The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and more. Disney just announced the coming year's lineup of amazing live performers who have graced the Broadway stage in these productions, including some who originated their roles. But that's not all. Disney's latest update on this offering confirms that a popular option of the festival will be returning in 2025. If the idea of dinner and a show makes you want to sing, check out the Disney on Broadway dining packages. With this option, you can choose to enjoy a meal from one of 15 participating Epcot restaurants and enjoy guaranteed priority seating at one of the Disney on Broadway concerts that night. Booking for these dining packages will begin on December 18th and will be available to book on the Disney World app or through Disney World's website. Animation Academy at the American Gardens Theater will be running daily at 12:30 and 1:30 p.m. also during Festival of the Arts. This will allow you the chance to learn to draw Disney characters. Visual art in performance is also returning to the World Showcase Plaza. This special offering will only take place Thursday through Sunday during the festival, and it's your chance to watch an artist paint a Disney character in minutes. There's so much to see and discover during Epcot's Festival of the Arts, which, as you know, we call what? Say it together. Farts. Yep, that's right. And we're getting super excited that it's getting closer with each day. If you're planning your next vacation, you might be trying to decide which airline to use. And if that's the case, then you need to know about this next story. Spirit Airlines has filed for bankruptcy protection after years of mounting losses, a failed merger, and more demanding consumer tastes. Spirit announced that it had reached a prearranged deal with its bondholders that includes $300 million in debtor-in-possession financing to help the company through the bankruptcy. Spirit expects to exit the bankruptcy in the first quarter of next year, saying that vendors and aircraft lessors will not be impaired. In a court filing, the company has listed its assets and liabilities between $1 billion and $10 billion. Currently, Spirit Airlines plans to continue operating, and customers can continue to book tickets. Tickets, credits, and loyalty points can be used as normal right now, even though Spirit will be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange as a result of the filing. And speaking of travel, if you fly into Orlando International Airport during your next Disney visit, you're going to notice that a lot of things at the airport are a little different, but the changes don't stop there. Even the airport's app just got an upgrade. The airport's recently rebranded, starting with a brand new logo to represent MCO, aka the Orlando International Airport. You'll see this new logo all over the airport the next time you visit. The Orlando International Airport website also has a new look along with the new logo. However, the biggest update could be with that app. The airport wrote, "Our new website and enhanced app are designed to modernize our digital presence and to deliver a faster, more secure, and user-friendly experience. Both will give you a lot of great details about the trip to the airport, including parking availability, security wait times, a way to secure your parking space, details about shopping and dining, and you'll also be able to look up the status of your flights. So the next time you fly to Disney World, check out the new changes on the app." Okay, is $95 afternoon tea in Disney World worth it? Disney World hasn't had an afternoon tea offering in quite a while. The Grand Floridian Garden View Tea Room never reopened after the 2020 closures, but now it's got one again. So come with us as we check out the new afternoon tea at the Cake Bake Shop by Gwendolyn Rogers at the Boardwalk. At the Roses of Gold afternoon tea at the Cake Bake Shop, you get a dedicated server that will show you the list of teas you can choose from, and you can try as many as you like. These teas have been meticulously curated, quote unquote, in collaboration with Damon Frères. I hope I said that right. Sounds pretty fancy. You'll also get a selection of homemade scones and the Roses of Gold tray, which is decked out with various desserts and finger sandwiches. The entire experience is $95 per adult, $65 per child. So what's it like? Because of course we went. We chose 2 teas, which we were told were popular options, as well as the breakfast blend and the Anichai tea. Like we said, though, you can drink as much tea as you want, although you can only have 2 teapots on the table at any given time. The L'Oriental is a green tea with the aromas of passion fruit, peach, and strawberry. It was wonderfully light and bright. It was herbaceous right at the front of our noses, too. We really liked it, especially after adding a bit of fresh honey to sweeten it up. The Carcade Nuit d'Et, hope I said that okay, was gorgeous. This is a fruit-infused tea with hibiscus, apple, rosehip peel, raspberry, strawberry, and cream aromas. Had this beautiful burgundy color and was very fruity. There was a hint of tartness, but it wasn't strong. Also note that this is a naturally decaffeinated tea. This was the standout one for us. The breakfast blend is a black tea blend of Ceylon, Darjeeling, and Assam teas. As its name suggests, it's the perfect tea for breakfast if you're waking up in the morning and need to get your day started. It's not as deep as you might expect with an afternoon tea. It's very good and spot on for its name and flavors. The Ani Chai is a black tea flavored with ginger, cloves, red berries, and cardamom. It's got a woodland cinnamon flavor to it, and our server called it Christmas in a cup. And you know what? We agree. It's got a very festive flavor. However, it's not very sweet, so you might want to add some sugar or honey. Now, let's talk about the food. The orange cranberry scone was delightful. We're just going to admit that we devoured this thing. It was so buttery and moist, just melted in your mouth. The scones are served with traditional clotted cream as well as European salted butter and the Cake Bake Shop's pixie jelly pioxy that we loved so much. Okay, let's talk about the tray. The tea tray has 2 of each offering of sandwiches, treat bars, and special tea cake you can only get with the afternoon tea. Note there were 2 of us at this experience, and so we got 1 of each treat. If you have more people at your table, you'll get extra treats to accommodate them. The egg salad was so nice, and also we have to give a shout out to the incredible bread on all the sandwiches. It was airy and light. This one was light on the mayo, so it wasn't super runny. It also had a nice texture with a crunch provided by a bit of celery. The chicken salad was extraordinary. By the way, there's an E at the end of all of these salads, so they're all salads, I guess. Now, this is a chicken salad with grapes in it, plus lots of chicken and a nice crunch. It was also nice and light, and again, we loved that bread. The salmon sandwich was great. It was smoked salmon that's nice and fresh and a bit on the salty side. Had a nice creaminess to it. The herbed goat cheese with thinly sliced cucumber was also a good one. Had a great crunch, and the goat cheese added a lovely light creaminess and flavor. Honestly, we thought all 4 were winners. Now, one reporter thought the lemon bar was so wonderfully tart but also sweet and it melted in the mouth, but the other reporter didn't like it. The blackberry jam crumble was something they both agreed on though. The base was buttery and crumbled just enough without being too messy. The raspberry was also that wonderful pixie jam that is made fresh here, which offers a nice balance of tart and sweet. The magic bar, well, we've tried this one before. We liked it before, but it didn't do it for us today. It had a nice texture and was soft, plus it wasn't messy, but it has walnuts. If you don't like walnuts, this might not do it for you. The truffle was incredible. We've had this one before as well. It was creamy on the inside with a wonderful dark chocolate flavor that wasn't too heavy or too rich. We also thought it was a nice size. The tea cake was delicious, reminds us of why we will gladly pay $22 for slices of cake at this restaurant. It was light and airy and had more of that pixie jam in the middle, which just made it even better. The French macarons were also great. One was champagne while the other was rose. They had a nice texture when you bit into them. The champagne flavor had a nice whipped feeling, but both were light and wonderful. We will say these aren't the best macarons we've ever had. We enjoyed them enough. Overall, we think this is a good experience for a special occasion. There are other teas outside of Disney World that are comparable for less money, but we can't stress how impeccable the service is at the Cake Bake Shop, which makes the experience just that little bit more royal and special and magical. For us, we'd say it was worth it. Once again this year, we're going to try to eat all the holiday snacks we can get our hands on. For this round, we're hitting up Hollywood Studios to get you reviews of everything you should or should not eat in Disney World this holiday season. First up, let's grab some Starbucks because we're going to need it. We're headed to Trolley Car Cafe for some coffee, but also for the Winter Spice Mini Whoopie Pie, which is spice cake filled with orange buttercream and cranberry raspberry jam, topped with a candied orange peel, cranberry, holiday sprinkles, sweet snow, and a plant-based chocolate tree for $6.29. Now, a fruity whoopie pie didn't sound super appealing, but the orange buttercream and the cranberry raspberry jam, well, they jam with the spice cake. Did you like that joke? I thought it was funny. The cake itself is moist, and we love that this isn't super sugary. It's almost refreshing. The toppings are also a lot of fun, and we like the crunch from the sprinkles. This is a great dessert for pickier eaters who want to step just a little outside their comfort zone. Let's head on over to Dockside Diner to try the Red Velvet Holiday Milkshake for $9.79. It's a red velvet milkshake swirled with chocolate sauce topped with whipped cream, rainbow sprinkles, and a holiday tree sugar cookie. This shake is a monstrosity, and the whipped cream just kept splattering everywhere because there's so much of it. But it gets better. When we went to take the first sip, well, the shake was so thick we couldn't even get a sip. We waited a bit, hoping it would melt. But nope, we ended up bringing a spoon to this milkshake party. In the end, this turned out to be a glorified Wendy's Frosty, so it didn't blow our minds. The chocolate taste from the syrup was artificial, and we couldn't get a red velvet flavor out of it at all. Even the sugar cookie tasted like the kind you get from your grocery store. Anyway, after all that, we just ended up a sticky mess and $10 shorter. We proceeded to Backlot Express to grab the gingerbread cheesecake for $5.99. It's a gingerbread cheesecake on a vanilla cookie topped with milk chocolate ganache, dulce de leche whipped cream, gingerbread chocolate decor, gold crispy pearls, and holiday sprinkles. The good news is that it tastes as good as it looks. Tastes like a high quality cheesecake, and the choice of dulce de leche whipped cream on the gingerbread cheesecakiness is perfection. Just goes well with the tanginess of the cheesecake as well as the sweetness of the chocolate ganache. The crispy pearls add a nice little crunch, and the cookie at the bottom was buttery, although that flavor was mostly overpowered by the cheesecake. We felt a little bad eating the gingerbread man, but he was yummy, so good quality milk chocolate there. So on to the next snack. Over at ABC Commissary, you can get the Linzer Cookie Mousse Torte. It's beautiful, made with layers of hazelnut cake, raspberry blackcurrant mousse, raspberry jam, and sweet snow-dusted Linzer cookie for $6.29. Now, we love this presentation. The freshness of the raspberry jam was nicely complemented by the blackcurrant for its beautiful fruity flavor, so it really tasted as good as it looked. The cookie was nice, not a crunchy cookie, but a soft one, and we liked that. The cake was crumbly and kind of dry, especially compared to all that jam and mousse, but it worked out. There's also a hint of hazelnut flavor, but the fruity flavors are the star of this show. We know there are so many great snacks at Disney World. How do you choose? We don't want to choose, but we'll blow our budget on day one otherwise. We've got you covered. We have reviewed nearly every snack available at Disney World, and we've written a series of DFB guides about them. Check out our DFB guide to Walt Disney World Dining plus Snacks bundle, and you'll get all the details you need to plan your snacking and your spending. You can even download them to your smartphone. It'll be like we're right there with you in the parks. But I promise, we won't be obnoxious or annoying. It's cool. This holiday season, Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar in Disney Springs has a variety of appetizers and drinks on its seasonal menu. From turkey croquettes to ham and cheese trees to a hot chocolate flight, there's a variety of items to satisfy your holiday taste buds. When we stopped by, we loaded up our table with the holiday mine car meatballs, air tours, bacon and waffles from the regular light bites menu, and the lump of cold cocktail. Let's start with the holiday mine car meatballs. You get maple bourbon meatballs, Granny Smith apple and cranberry chutney, and a sweet potato hay with a dusting of thyme. This appetizer costs $14, and it's a good choice for sharing. The holiday meatballs are a festive take on the mine car meatballs that you can get here all year round. We enjoyed the standard version of these, and the holiday ones are also real good. They're fun and festive and covered in the glaze with bits of cranberry added on top. Only thing that's really different about these are the glaze and sweet potatoes instead of the regular potatoes, like a Thanksgiving cranberry sauce situation. Next, we tried the Air Tours bacon and waffles, which aren't on the holiday menu and can be ordered year-round. Came with a spiced candied bacon, chorizo waffles, and honey balsamic syrup served in a syringe for $14. The bacon definitely had a spicy kick, and it was nice and crispy. The chorizo baked into the waffles was fantastic and gave them an added spice as well. But if you really want the full experience, we suggest adding the bacon to the waffles and creating a waffle sandwich. You won't be disappointed. This option outshined the holiday meatballs for us, but it will likely depend on whether you like spicier food or sweeter food. Now on to the new drink. We grabbed the lump of coal for $17.50. It's made with Absolute vodka, Chambord liqueur, Bull's blue curacao liqueur, hibiscus syrup, and lime juice with glitter and a black sugar rim. It's a fun, festive holiday drink. The lump of coal was a solid one, but not anything superior. Because of the glitter added to it, it sparkles, which made it fun and pretty. It's distinctly blackberry and very fruity. We tasted the vodka more than the blue curacao or the Chambord, and the lime juice does come out from time to time, giving it a little sour pucker against the sweet blackberry. It is certainly more sweet than sour though. Honestly, we probably wouldn't pay $17.50 for it again. That price did seem a bit high for us, but it was a good drink that we enjoyed. Now, we've reviewed all the other stuff on their holiday menu at Jock Lindsey's as well. You can go check it out on our website. We reviewed a bunch of it last year. So much of it is returning this year, so you can check that out. Over at 8 Spoon Cafe in Animal Kingdom, you can grab the S'mores Churro for $7.99. This is a churro rolled in a chocolate and sugar mix, topped with whipped cream, graham crackers, and chocolate chips, served with whipped cream and marshmallow topping. The toppings here were delicious, we won't lie, especially the marshmallow fluff they give you for dipping. But the churro was, as unfortunately expected, stale and disappointing. It almost had that weird squeakiness you experience when you chew something stale, and we did not enjoy that texture. It was a little cardboardy, but Hey, maybe we got the one that's been sitting out for a while. You might get lucky and end up with a fresh one. Were we surprised? Not necessarily, which is unfortunate, but we're still holding out hope that one day they will get as good at these churros in Disney World as they are at them in Disneyland. Now, if you're going to Disney World this week, the main thing you need to know is there will be crowds. The holiday season is getting busier and busier at Disney World each year, with the months around Thanksgiving and Christmas becoming the resort's most crowded and popular time on the calendar. Thanksgiving week 2024 looks like it will be no exception, and Disney's taking a proactive approach to theme park hours in response. 3 of the resort's theme parks will have extended hours next week, likely due to heavy crowds and demand. The Magic Kingdom will be open 1 hour earlier than normal each day of the week at 8 a.m. with early entry bumped back to 7:30, so set those alarm clocks. In addition, the park's going to be open late as well, closing at 11 p.m. on November 25th and 28th. Animal Kingdom will have extended evening hours from November 24th to the 26th, closing at 7 p.m. instead of the park's usual 6 p.m. And Hollywood Studios will be opening at 8:30 a.m. on the 25th, a half hour earlier than normal, with early entry beginning at 8 a.m. So be sure to adjust your schedule accordingly so you can get the most out of each park day, and check those park hours because they are known to change last minute. Sometimes they'll extend the hours even on the day of, so definitely check out those park hours before you head into the park each day. And with more crowds, Disney has increased the price of Lightning Lanes. On Thursday, November 28th, Thanksgiving Day, Lightning Lane multi-pass prices increased to a whopping $35 for Magic Kingdom. Luckily, Lightning Lane pricing for the remaining parks and single pass remains relatively normal. However, the price for Premier Pass at Magic Kingdom on Thanksgiving, like we said before, $4.49 per person. At Epcot, it's $2.49. Hollywood Studios is at $3.49 and Animal Kingdom is at $1.99. This is the highest price we've seen for Premier Pass so far. Like we always say, you don't need to purchase Lightning Lane if you don't want to. We got plenty of tips and tricks and strategies to help you maximize your day. Check out our full Lightning Lane playlist here on YouTube to help you decide if Lightning Lane is right for you. There's a brand new popcorn bucket in Disney World and is a must-have for Monsters, Inc. fans like me. Say hello to the Santa Sully popcorn bucket. We spotted it in Animal Kingdom during a recent visit. There's a limit of 2 per person and they're $25.49 each, including your first serving of popcorn. We picked ours up at the feeding ground near It's Tough to Be a Bug, and we love the hidden monster details like the Mike Wazowski ornament and the eyeball baubles at the end of the Santa gift sack. Even the edge of Sully's hat looks like monster teeth instead of fur. And of course, hidden inside the Santa bag is Sully's right-hand man, Mike Wazowski himself. Is this one of the best holiday souvenirs we've seen this year? We think so. It's been spotted at Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios so far. Now, this isn't something you can buy inside the Disney parks, but something we highly recommend bringing to the Disney parks. We love those bicycle playing cards. They are the perfect choice for passing the time and having fun together, whether you're waiting for a meal at Disney, hanging out with friends at home, or creating family memories. I always have my cards with me. I play solitaire all the time while I'm eating food in Disney World. If you ever see someone playing solitaire, it's probably me. And my cards are always bicycle because they always have those classic pretty details. Here's to shared smiles and family games and a little extra magic in the wait. They are also the perfect stocking stuffer. Grab some at the link down below. When going to the Disney parks every day for our job, there are a few things we know about. One of those is how important the bag you bring with you can be. We recently tried out a new bag that is very affordable, and I want to tell you about it. We were on the hunt for a new park bag to carry that's light but large enough to hold the essentials that we need. We found this nylon crescent crossbody on Amazon and gave it a try. It's made of durable and soft nylon fabric, it's water resistant and lightweight. 3 things that are uber important. The body of the bag is crescent shaped and foldable and easy to clean, which we love. Here's what we liked about this bag when we tried it. It's compact and soft enough that it doesn't give you a lot of bulk for just needing to carry around the essentials. It will be a reliable option to hold the bare minimum for a park goer and maybe an extra or 2, but if you don't like to carry a lot around with you, this could work perfectly. It's a great alternative to a belt bag, which is slightly smaller than this one. You can choose between 19 different colors, and we were able to load this one up. A few of our favorite items we brought were sunscreen, our reusable utensil set, tissues, and more. Is this a need for a trip? Our reporter says absolutely. This is perfect for someone looking to toss a few cards, keys, and a light wallet in their bag. It's also a great option to carry with you around at Epcot festivals because it is large enough to fit those taller booklets into with ease. When asked if it made her trip to the park easier, she said, "Sure did. While it wasn't my favorite, I would totally take it out with me again. It was small enough for a light traveler to get a great value out of." For under $15, it's definitely worth the money, and you can give it a try for yourself at the link below if you're one of those minimalist park goers. That's everything I got for you today, and now that the week is over, I'm hoping to catch up on some rest after my super fun but also super busy trip to New York for the Disney Treasure. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want even more Disney news, please follow us on Instagram, sign up for that newsletter. Did I mention it's free? It's free. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I will see you next week. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.